In his most recent video, Atheists Need to Stop Doing This, Almando argues that objective morals depend on the existence of God. But the truth is, even if God existed, it would be the other way around. Here's Jeff Lauder of Secular Outpost to explain why.
The victims of Christian apologetics are things which Christian apologists falsely claim depend on God, but the truth is that God depends on them. God's moral perfection assumes the existence of moral value. It does not explain why moral values exist at all. A theistic explanation for moral value is equivalent to the claim the reason there are any objective moral values is because there is at least one objective moral value, God's morally perfect goodness. This is a circular explanation. At best, it only explains other moral values in relationship to one moral value. It does not explain why there are any objective moral values at all. Positing a God who creates moral obligations by issuing commands does not explain moral obligation. It assumes a prior obligation to obey God's commands.
Now, I could have just copied what Lauder said sentence by sentence and pretended that all those ideas came from me instead of him, but my personal pride makes no such demands of me. Anyway, those excerpts come from a 2.5-hour video by Lauder, in which Lauder refutes the arguments of Frank Turek, from whom Almando took his content. Lauder also discusses two atheistic theories of morality, moral anti-reductionism and naturalistic moral reductionism. Turek deals with the first theory by falsely assuming that atheism denies it, and deals with the second theory by simply pretending it doesn't exist. Almando can watch Lauder's video if he wants, he can ignore it if he wants, but he can no longer use the excuse that atheists are unable to refute his arguments.